White nationalist Laura Ingram said this on Fox News.
Bakari sellers suddenly showed up in North Carolina today to condemn the police in another case, pouring on the dramatic effect as if you needed it, and sporting an accent that maybe I missed something, but I never heard him use on TV before.
So before the accent, in Elizabeth City, an unarmed black man got shot and killed by the police. Bakari Sellers is a civil rights attorney. That's why he was there.
I will say that Mr. Cox told me, a grown black man, that he was not going to be bullied.
Bakari Sellers.
So here's the accent she has an issue with.
But I never heard him use on TV before.
I will say that Mr. Cox told me, a grown black man, that he was not going to be bullied.
Does he have an accent? Does he have an accent? We have another case of this with Hillary Clinton, by the way. This is pretty famous. So whenever she spoke down south during her presidential runs, she had this accent.
Right here in South Carolina, Kiki's Chicken and Waffles, which I highly recommend.
So is the fluctuation in accent for political purposes? It can be used politically. In general, you want to sound like who you're talking to. If you sound like who you're talking to, they are more likely to listen. You want to relate to people, that is a way to do it. But Hillary Clinton and Bakari Sellers, they are from down south. Having those accents makes more sense than the accents they use on TV and in their general political career. Those accents are their real accents. They go back to those accents when they are down south. But in politics, if you want to get into a more elite or professional setting in life, you need to sound a certain way. You often hear about like black people don't sound black or don't sound trashy, don't sound poor. Even poor white people can get this. I'm from a poor white area. I had to learn how to not sound poor, you know, in the way I speak, the way I pronounce words. I had to shake off the coal accent, you know, the coal region accent. I had to shake all that stuff off for when I'm in professional settings, when I'm giving college presentations. And of course, they say to black people, don't talk black. And a lot of people who are from my area say, oh, you're talking black if they're talking in a way that is trashy or unsatisfactory or incorrect or not perfect, you know, dialect or pronunciation or anything like that. But in reality, it's kind of funny because a lot of the poor white people I know don't realize the way they look at black people is how every rich white person looks at them. You know, classism is part of this. Racism is part of this. Xenophobia, nationalism can be part of this. Oh, you don't talk the right way. You don't sound the right way. So Bakari Sellers and Hillary Clinton, they had to talk with this elite dialect, this elite pronunciation. They had to use that in order to further their careers. When they use Southern accents, when Bakari Sellers is a civil rights attorney fighting for the rights of a black man who got killed by the police and he's surrounded by a bunch of people from his community, that is going to be something where he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to talk with my regular accent. I'm not going to put on the show I put on for CNN or for TV. And I don't like his politics, by the way, but this is what he does. He puts on that show for CNN, that perfect language for CNN, that perfect way to talk in the same manner that I would, in the same manner that Hillary Clinton does. Even though I hate her politics too, but I understand accents play such a big role in how communicating with people works. You know, if you want to get somewhere being a poor person, you have to switch the way you talk, because not only do you have to talk to people who are poor when you're a politician, who are from the South when you're a politician, but you have to change your speech in a way that's going to be able to be received well by people who are going to be offering you jobs. Who offers jobs in politics? Who offers jobs in media and in professional careers? It's going to be rich white people. So you need to pick up that accent no matter what. It's going to be the coastal elites. That accent is what gets you places in the real world. So this is a very real phenomenon. And that is a racist attack launched by Laura Ingram. She's essentially saying, hey, why is he putting all this black speak on? Why is he talking all black right now, huh? But honestly, when it comes to Lauren Ingram, this is probably one of the most neutered racist takes she has had. It's very neutered, very stripped down. It's not like direct neo-Nazi propaganda. It's just pretty crappy. Anyways, please drop a like, comment for the algorithm, and please consider subscribing to my channel to support pragmatic, progressive, rural, progressive politics and stuff like that.